Cool. Okay. There we go. Coordinates queued. All right, let me share my screen. Let's do this one. Bingo. All right. APLD. We don't need the VRVP right now. All right, so APLD has been one of the high flyers. Again, we can see that after the $20 breakout, crazy run today, up 7%. It did have a pullback. It was up to about $40 before pulling back. The stock has been getting a lot of deals. There's a lot of news floating around the stock. What I would do is trade it on lower time frames. The higher time frames are broken. Again, I think that if you go with quantum or what is it, quantum or like rare earth, like all of the charts are pretty much broken, meaning like the higher time frames don't make any sense. Like if we look at the RSI on APLD, we got an 89 RSI, right? So would I buy this as a swing? Like would I buy APLD and hold until, let's say, $50? Probably not at this level. I would need it to come down for a swing, but is it fun to day trade? Sure. High elevated RSI. The MACD is broken to the upside. Like it's been green since what, September 11th. We've been in the buy trend since September 11th, and it doesn't look like we're turning around anytime soon. Also, the stochastics just hit 100 on the day, so we're just getting maxed out. So watch the popping phase on these stock. Again, when the stochastics is maxed out, that means that the momentum is maxed out. So we may get some chop trading, we may get some sideways movement. And you can already see, like on the day we had, this is what, Wednesday. So yeah, last 4 days of trading, 1, 2, 3, 4, haven't really made any new highs, right? We made if we go day to day, we've made some new highs, but you can see we got a lot of wicks topside. Anytime you see that many wicks, that means that the stock is going up there during that day, and then it pulls back. Then the next day, it tested that same area and it pulled back. Tested the same area, pull back, tested the same area, pull back. So we got a cluster of green candles, which is nice, but they have a lot of wicks. Like it wants to run, but again, I think it just may be exhausted. People are taking profits around the top. And so what I would do is watch this level for support. Watch that level for support on a pullback. So we get a pullback because the last 3 days besides, what is this, Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. So we got Tuesday, Monday, and Friday. We started at this level here at about 34 before moving higher. So we've rebounded off 34 quite a few times. And if we pull back from 37, it looks like 34 is going to be where we hit. And if we go below this level here, where these wicks drop down and test it and pull back up below 32.84, then we could be closing this little gap that it created down to about 30. So again, what goes up must come down. Just like the rare earth stock. But again, they were running, they were hot, but then eventually they cooled off. And then, with the moment that they cooled off, again, like I said, I think that this would be a good opportunity to buy in. Where's MP at? MP is, can't even find it on my, oh, there we go. Yeah, MP is at $89. So it's down 8.92%. So a good 10% pullback on the day for MP. Again, I'm loading up on equity. I think MP is going to run again. I think that it's not finished with that 100 price target. So I think that 100 should be tested again. And the next time we test 100, we should be going a bit higher. Also seen on the bot some MP calls, but I didn't see any golden sweeps. So I didn't see any like big premiums going into MP just yet. I'm expecting if MP drops again another 5, maybe 10% tomorrow, we could see some buyers start to come in. So just keep your eye on that one. So for APLD, what I would like to do is just float over to the Discord. Let's check the bot really quick. Again, y'all have been killing it in the win section. Good job. Let's type in APLD to see if we got anything. AP. Okay, so what is this? This is today. All right, so APLD, we got a 40 strike, 1017, 63% confidence AI. We only got 30K in premium, so this looks like a quick day trade. What is this? 11:30, 11:25 a.m. So this probably already happened. Only 30K in premiums, meaning this is probably a short, quick trade. In and out, 1017, made their money and they're gone. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got 1024s at a 44 strike. We got about 500K. This was yesterday at 153. We also at 1204, we had another 44 for about 400K. This is Deneen in APLD. 1017 on the 40 strike again. This is 166K. Let me see. We got anything golden? We got a lot of 1017s. Yeah, nothing golden just yet. But we got the big order here. We got 529,000 in premiums on a 44 strike, 1024. So keep your eye out for that. Again, the stock is squeezing. But again, like I said, support is still going to be around that. I think I said 34. Right now we're at what, 37? Yeah, we're at 37. So support is 34. So if you see 34 tested, watch it. We could be bouncing off 34 to move higher. But if it breaks under that 34 and it closes between that 34 and 32, we could be moving down lower. The level that I would watch to the upside for a breakout is at about 39 to 40. Only reason why I would say 39 to 40 up in this level is because we've tested a lot around the psychological level. That's at what, 39? I want 40. We'll just say it's 40. Or, I mean, you could do 39, close enough to 40. I would do 39, honestly, because we had wicks there. We went up, tested, pull back. Went up, tested, pull back. We broke today, which I thought we would stay. Nope, pull back. So around this 39 to 40 area, we have some action to where we're pulling back. But I think that if we can get top side 40, we can continue to squeeze. Again, this is in a short squeeze. It keeps trying. It keeps trying. So watch the stock in the pre-market tomorrow. It was up 7% today, which again, these stocks, I've seen these stocks go 15, 20, even 25% on the day. So 7% on this stock is modest. But these are the levels that I'm watching: 34 downside, 39, 40 top side. And again, the bot has been a tremendous help. The bot called an AMD play today that I got what, like 160, 170%, something crazy like that on from the bot. So watch the premium. So we got again 500. Actually, we got about 900K in premiums between these two orders. 520 or 530 here and 401 here for 1024 44 strikes. I see some BE. I see some millions going on BE. 1121s at 115. Oh, no. Yeah, that's 1121 at 115. And then that's MSTR 320. All right, I'll look at those later. All right, cool. That is APLD. Let's move on to the next one. And we can just hop on straight to the bot first since we're already looking at it. So EOSE, this one has been running. I want to say Deneen alerted this one. I've been trading it as well. Great run on the stock. Crazy run up. I think we're looking at this one at like $9, I want to say. I don't remember the price to be exact, but it looks like we were testing this resistance coming from, we were testing this resistance to the upside. We broke, made a run for 13, hit 14, 15. And I think the last price target I gave was like $15 when this was at about $12, $13. And now we're at 18. Let me move to a different time frame. Again, stock is probably broken at higher time frames. If you looked at indicators, it probably wouldn't make any sense. Let's see what it looks like on a day. Yeah, day 84 RSI. Only thing that makes sense is the stochastics. Still have some momentum. So again, these stocks, you have to look at lower time frames to get an idea of what's about to happen, because this whole sector is squeezing. Again, quantum and rare earth stocks are just going crazy. But yeah, so this one tested a high a few times today around 1835. We can see that it was pulling back and it settled right on that resistance. So let's go over to the bot, search for some EOSE to see. We got to give the bot a name. All right, so we got something today. We got 294 K in premiums. We got 1121 for a 21 strike. Let me see. Is this the highest it's ever been? Yeah, this is all-time high. As it looks. Well, this is the, hold on. Nope, not the all-time high. Oh, I got higher price targets. Okay, I got a 2160, a 2161 price level, and the bot is saying 21. Okay, cool. So the bot is pretty much in agreement with me, 1121, but there's not that many premiums. Again, this may just be a this is pretty bullish. The stock is at about $18. The strike is at 21, 1121, which means that they're probably going to give it time. Also, since the stock is about $20, the contract shouldn't be too expensive. 294K on a $20 stock is nice. Let's see, do we got anything else? Okay, yesterday we got, yesterday we got 500 500K on a 1/16/2026. So January calls for 25. That's $500,000. And then this one looks like a day trade. EOSC, yeah, this was a day trade. Yesterday was at 1254, 17 strike, 1031, 30K. Again, this was a quick day trade. They spent 30K, a few weeks to expiration, quick strike, in and out. Oh, this one is crazy. Okay, we got 250K for a 30 strike, 1/15/2027. All right, so they're punting on this one with a 30 strike. Nice. What was this? Oh, this was a few days ago. Okay, then we got, so I don't see any golden. There we go. This is what I wanted to see. All right. Whoa, somebody went way deep in the money. Okay, somebody put 2.5 million on this $10 strike. So they're way in the money. And they got 5/15/26. Very, very interesting. Okay, cool. So ESOE has a lot of there's some money going into the stock. Again, this was just 10/13. Today is what, 10/15. So this is 2 days ago. Somebody put 2.5 million on a 10 strike for May of 26. So again, my highest price target right now on this stock is 21. I got 21.61. Now beyond that, this can get up to about 26. If it gets, I mean, what is the market this year, right? It's crazy, crazy market. But yeah, if this continues to run, we got 21.61. Above that, we got 26.67. There's some traffic in there. You may can get some small levels, like you got this 24.29 level right here. But the next major level should be at this 26.67. Let's see, did we actually, yeah, and we're testing that on the week. So I'm looking at this on a weekly. We need to close above this 18.35. That way we can keep marching up. If not, then we may, at some point, we may go back for a retest. Again, these stocks, they're running, they're hot. I don't think that the run is over, but eventually whatever goes up must come down at some point. So just make sure you're playing defense. Like, don't be overexposed to these stocks. It's good to put grow a little into a lot, but once the towels come, crumbling down, you don't want to be caught just holding these stocks, because again, it's going to pull back before the next leg up at some point. When is the pullback coming? Nobody knows. Again, this is in no man's land. It's being squeezed. But again, with day trades, we'll keep day trading them until it doesn't work. And then if it starts to fall apart, we'll day trade some puts because I'm pretty sure the puts on these are going to be nice on a pullback. So this is actually starting to make like a little cup pattern. So we could be getting a cup and handle, especially if it gets up to 21. If it gets up to 21, I'm gonna start looking at puts because then we're back up to the rim of where the cup would be, and then we can start to form a handle. The handle should take us back down to about 18. In all honesty, it could get down to 14.86 without a problem because again, the cup and the handle can go as low as 50% of the cup without breaking the pattern. But this is what I'm watching above. So the levels I'm watching on ESOE, top side 21.60. And then we got resistance at 18.35, which again, we tested that today, but we didn't stay. And then I got support at 14.86. And again, we got some bot action on this one. All right. RGTI, the infamous RGTI. This one has been again, crazy trade as well. Let's check the bot. The bot is a great resource when used the right way. Oh, that's me, not the bot. All right, what do we got? 1058. We had a put. The bot was right about this one for sure. 62%. This was a quick day trade. Whoever entered this play only spent 26K on a 52 strike, which they made some money because RGTI pulled back. I think it pulled back to what, like 50, 51. So the bot was right about this one as well. Good little play. And then we had a scalp, 65 strike, 1017. This was what, yesterday. I'm trying to see if we have any golden sweeps. Do we got any big sweeps? Oh, okay. This is already happening. Somebody put 2 million. When was this? Oh, this was like almost 2 weeks ago, about a week and some change ago. A 45 strike RGTI 1/15/2027, and they put 2 million on it. So they're eating off this already. RGTI, which we'll look at the chart in just a second, should be going up to, I got about 60. It can hit 60 this week, and then after that, I think that We should see some pullback happening before it starts to move back to the upside. Do we have any more golden? More golden. Okay, so whoa, somebody went way deep in the money. 19 strike, 1024, and they put 2 million, 2.28 million. And then there's another order that came in, same thing, 19 strike, 1024 at 2.37 million. So about what, 4 and some change million on these strikes. And that was back in September. So they're already eating off this. This is that 2 million, maybe like 10 million right now. If they I don't know the price that RGTI was during 924, but if it was around, no, it was not around $19. It's at like $60 now. That wasn't even a month ago. But still, this is already printing, and this is not even at expiration yet. So nice. All right, let's look at the chart. All right, we look at the chart. Same thing. You look at it on a day, makes no sense. Let me hide the VRVP for a second. So we need to go on lower time frames. If we look at it on an hour, it looks like, let me see, can I get a better reading on the 45 minute? There we go. All right, we look at it on the 45 minute. 1 second, my phone is agitating me. All right, cool. We look at it on the 45 minute, we can see that today, again, whoever placed that $26,000 put for 52, right on the mark, it came down to about 50, and then it bounced off of 50 and recovered. So again, bot called it right. Went up to 56. It closed at 56.34. So it went down and tested this resistance area that we had already marked off. So great setup on, I said resistance, great setup on support. Nice bounce off support back to the upside. So what I'm watching tomorrow at open is this gap between 56.38 and 57.62. If we can break top side of this area here at 57.62, this could run. If you wanted to be safe, you can wait until this gets at about 58 and some change before letting it run. But it looks like RGTI 160. The fact that it recovered so fast, like again, it dropped what, it was at like 57 and then it just tanked all the way down. So it dropped $7 and then recovered $5, which is pretty much some profit taking and then some loading back up on RGTI. So again, I'm watching this area here. If we pull back free market down to this 55, I'm still not worried because 55 was a heavy line. But if it breaks that 55.40, then I'll play puts again back down to that 53 to 51 area to see if we can take it back lower to 49. But again, that's just contingent upon if it's going to break that low. Today, it came back with tremendous force to break. I didn't even think that this would close green. Like when I saw it close green, I'm like, what? I kind of looked away and looked at some other stocks and came back and this was green. I'm like, whoa. Because again, it was all the way down to like 50 from 57. But the fact that it recovered, that means that a lot of people bought in. And again, like I said, it looks like they want 60. They want 60 tomorrow. But Thursday, we got Thursday and Friday for this to go up about $3 and some change, $3 and some, $3 and what, 66 cents for it to get 60, right? So again, entries in this area. If we can play this area, I'll enter calls. I'm probably going to go in the money. If you haven't noticed, a lot of the riskier stocks, especially if I'm day trading or I'm doing short expirations, I'm going in the money. Like I did IWM today. I went in the money. IWM went for like 40%, I want to say, on a day trade. But again, going in the money just to protect myself. That way, if anything random just happens, I have a opportunity to get out without too much bleeding, before I can like get a hand on it. So again, 56, 57, RGTI, we'll watch it tomorrow. Next one, Apple. Man. All right, let's talk about something that looks good on the day. Again, all the other stocks look horrible on the day. Apple looks fantastic on the day. I've really been liking the mega caps. A lot of people are playing short, are going short on the mega caps, and they're going heavy on the small caps, which, again, they're running. It's attractive. We've been making money live trading. So that's cool. But don't forget about the megas. Like I always say, don't bet against the fruit. Apple is slowly creeping up. It looks like Apple may be ready for a break. I really like Apple's chart on the daily. 52 RSI. Again, I like the 45, 55. So 52 RSI pointing to the upside. Apple coasted along this 58.91 level. It could not break. It gave up. So this gives us an opportunity to buy. Also, a lot of the mega cap stocks closed green today, which is a good sign for recovery. And I'm watching Apple back up against this 54, 50, 53 level. So right here. This is the pocket I want Apple back in. If Apple breaks this 53.77 level, so we can just round that up to 54. So 53 to 54, Apple breaks into that area, then I'm ready to play top side because I believe that Apple's going back up to 260. Again, I don't want to toot my own horn, but when Apple was 195, I told people it's coming back. It's coming back with force. So again, Apple testing 260. We could see 270. And I think I have this great feeling that Apple's going to do well on its earnings. A lot of people were talking trash about the iPhone 17, but surprisingly, it has been selling well. There's been some, I would say, glitches into their shipment and how they have things working. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about how they're adjusting the iPhone 17 to different markets globally. So I think that that's a smart idea that they're doing. And I also read about some home devices that they're making in Vietnam. So I'm hearing that they're going to be like stepping into like the Ring camera, the Ring camera for like doorbells and stuff like that. In-home cameras, Apple Hub like level stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. And they're saying that we can hear that as early as like mid 2026, early 2027. So that sounds good. Again, if Apple's been taking forever, I thought Apple would have been stepped into that arena, but Apple, they're always late to the party. But sometimes Apple, when they're late to the party, they make the most money from whatever it is, just because of who they are. So Apple right now, watching this pocket again. Tomorrow, 253 or 254 to 258 is where I want to see it at. Again, fantastic chart. Nice MACD. We had a lot of selling. Again, all of the mega caps have been selling off, but it looks like buying is starting to come back in. And then we got stochastics really low. We got a 16 stochastics out of 100. So when Apple starts to go again, I got this breaking easily 260, 270 on a run up. So Apple, really nice. You got to be patient with this one. And I know we've been trading a lot of high flying stocks. I know we've been making 50, 100% plus per day. But it's always good to, it's a great feeling making money on the mega caps as well. And eventually the mega caps will return. So I think now is a great time to, get into some well-positioned leaps if you can, or just grabbing some equity. Let's check the bot. Apple should have something. It's Apple. The bot should say something about Apple. Boom. All right. So at 155, we got calls. Somebody put pretty much $1 million on 245 calls for tomorrow, 1031. We got a 250 call for 9/18/2026. All right, somebody just punted at 600K. We got another 250. Oh, but this one is for 11/21. This one looks like a day trade. Yeah, somebody spent 100K on a day trade. This is 10/17, 255 strike. There we go, 7 million. Okay, yesterday somebody put 7 million. This is what I want to see. Good. 7 million on Apple, a 210 strike. So they went in the money. So they're predicting some volatility. They're trying to play safe. So they're knee deep in the money. They're what? Apple's what, 250? They're $40 in the money. 7 million for 12/18/26. So nice planet. This looks like a good swing trade that they set up. Let's see. Do we got any more? Any more golden sweeps? Nah. All right, this is the big one. 7 million on Apple, 210, 12/18/2026. So we'll see what that can do. They put that yesterday at 340. So right around the time that the market closed yesterday, somebody spent 7 million on Apple. All righty, next stock. Question.
Just asking, what are the bot categories? What do they mean? What's a golden sweep?
I'm glad that you asked. All right. So a golden sweep is normally a big premium order. That's normally what that is. So if you notice anything that has premiums north of like, I think it's, at first I thought it was 1 million, but I think it's north of like 1.2 million. I'm trying to get it down to like a science. Like we can look right here. Meta got a 750 strike at 1.27 million and it qualifies it as a golden sweep. But we just seen that Apple had, like, look at this one. UROY has 1.07 million, but it's not a golden sweep, right? So I'm thinking 1.2 million in premiums or more is going to qualify it as a golden sweep. And then you have the bullseye trade ideas. These, like when you see this expected to pan out within 1 to 2 days, this is normally a day trade or a short swing. So you can see 1017 short. They didn't spend that much. They spent 100K and they're just trying to this is playing for volatility. Apple isn't going to 255. I mean, I don't know. Apple could pop $5 tomorrow and whoever put this 100K could be very happy. But this one is normally, when you see the bullseye trade idea, this is just for a quick, quick in and out. And then when you see the large call sweeps, this is where they're putting, hundreds of thousands on like swing trades. Oh, and then you got the puts too. Let me go to find a put somewhere. Nobody's bought puts on Apple since 10-3. There you go. So you got large put sweep order as well. You can also have golden puts. Like it doesn't have to be a call golden sweep. It can be a put golden sweep, right? And I'm thinking the same criteria. I haven't seen too many golden sweeps for puts just yet, but again, I'm trying to get it down to the actual number. I think the number is 1.2 million in premiums.
Okay, so the large call ones, they're just large calls or large puts. They're just not as big as the golden sweep.
Yep. Yeah, it's not. They're not that much. It's a lot, but it's not that much. And then you got the bull. So it's 3 categories. So you got the bullseye trade ideas. Those are going to be the smallest premiums. And then you got the large call sweep orders. That's going to be like mid tier. And then you got the golden sweeps, which are like the big boys are putting, placing multi-million-dollar trades.
Okay, so then a question and just like a thought. One is, okay, so then how do you play those mid-tier ones? Because the other ones have very like apparent functions. And the other thing is just to comment the UROY, it's uranium royalties. It popped like crazy after hours. Someone put like, I saw something about like someone put like $4 million into call premiums on it. And there was like commentary that the US government might take a stake in it. So that's just something you might want to, or we all might want to look at for money.
Let me go ahead and put some heat emojis on this, put some money on this so I don't forget.
So it's mining and holdings. It's Canadian, it's in BC. I don't know. But yeah, apparently the US government might be buying it up. The US government is spending a lot of money in Canadian mining.
It all makes sense one day, I hope.
Yeah.
I have questions, but hey, I'm playing what the market gives me. Okay, cool. All right, so I got this one docked for tomorrow. I'll take a look because this is, what is it, 120, 116.26. Okay, so this is like a 3-month swing at 7. Is it above $7.50?
Let me pull it up. Sorry.
If you know.
Hold on.
You got uranium running. URA should be running too then.
It's $4.75.
It's $4.
Yeah, man. So that's a $7. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and this is easy. It's a $7 strike for 116. Yeah, and they put $1 million on it.
This shit. Sorry.
See?
Sorry.
Teamwork makes the dream work, as I always say. The bot knows somehow. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I do know what the bot is doing. It's just finding big orders and volume, and we know how it works. But a $7, somebody put in $1 million on a $7.5 strike for 116 is very bullish if the stock is only $4. So we have our next candidate for a run.
Yeah, someone was looking at, they said they saw like $4 million put into call premiums. So aside from what the bot found, perhaps there's another bot crawling through and finding things. I don't know.
Juan call this.
Yo, what's Sean been up to?
That's
Sean
that
called this.
shit.
Sean called this stock last year.
Damn. Yo, put some emojis on Sean's thing. Give Sean some love.
I hope that stock stays at around 650 by tomorrow morning.
I wish I could buy
How
contracts.
did you know, Sean? He's gonna wake up like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you called this stock last year, November, almost a year ago. And yeah.
Yeah, we
Good.
should through all the stocks that Sean has previously charted. Just
Yeah. Sean is I told him to come over to the option side, Sean. Come on over.
He doesn't chart a lot of like normal stocks, right? So when he does,
No,
it's
he's
actually
doing, yeah, he's doing he like the penny ones, the ones that are similar to crypto. But yeah, so we'll watch that one tomorrow for sure. I want to make sure Sean knows, like, hey, finish your job. You started this stock. But yeah, appreciate that.
I'm sorry, the mid cap ones. What's the application, or how do we utilize that information? The large cost.
Oh yeah, so if y'all are reading this bot, this is gonna be good again because I'm gonna be out. Well, you're still gonna have Deneen, Sean, and Mark, but I'll be out again the 31st. I'll be out the country. I'll try to poke my head in, but it'll be like a 13-hour time difference. So I'll be hopping in like the middle of you all's night.
Your Japan trip, right? How long will you be out there?
9 days.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
Yeah, so it won't be
for Halloween. Bad. You're missing Halloween?
Yeah, for Halloween I'll be in the air for like 16 hours.
Damn.
And when I land, yeah, I think 8 a.m. is the flight, and then we land in Japan at like 6 in the afternoon. So
will it be the next day?
I think so.
What part of Japan you going to?
Completely missing Halloween.
We're going to stay in Shibuya, but we're going to just be all over the island, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince my cousin, because he's going to fly to Hokkaido. It's on one of the Japanese islands, but they got like the best seafood, crab legs, and all the other stuff. So trying to convince him to take a flight once we get there, but we'll see.
Yeah, I love Japan. It's a great experience. This is your first time?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna love it.
Man, can't wait. So yeah, I'll post some pictures, and again, I'm gonna try to trade in Japan for sure. Hopefully I can find some Japanese traders that speak English, and then we can get them in a Discord too. See what they
try to finding them now. Just
yeah, I'm looking for some trade groups over there, to see some trade meetups in Japan, so I can go over there and meet some Japanese traders and link up with them and see what's going on. So we'll see. Oh, but yeah, so
is there no Japanese stock exchange? Could you go there?
Yeah, I should be able to go, unless they just don't let foreigners. I don't know. I'm gonna try it.
Good luck.
Right. Oh yeah, so the large call sweep orders, so we know how to play the big ones, we know how to play the small ones. I'm thinking that the large call sweep orders, mouthful. With these, what I normally look for, honestly, is the shorter dates. So I look for like inter-month expirations, and then I look for far out strikes. So if I'm looking at this stock, like for me to play this stock, normally I need premiums like at least 300 to like up to $1 million, because again, if it goes over a certain amount, it's going to end up being golden. But 300 up to $1 million is perfect for me. Strike, I need the strike to be above what the stock is. So like if it's going in the money, I might not go with that, because it could be a hedge. Normally, if somebody's going to hedge, they're going to go really far in the money. They're going to put a lot, and they're going to go far, far away from the current date. So the way that I would look at it, again, I need a bullish strike target. So if this is 90, the stock has to be, I don't know, 75, 77, somewhere around, $70, $80. That way I know, like, okay, cool. They're putting this amount of money, stretching this date out so they can play up to this target. Those are the only ones I really go for. I haven't tested like the, how accurate it is with the in the money, because again, those could be hedges against other positions that, someone may be holding somewhere. But that's the way that I would play these, is look for bullish strikes, or, bullish put targets, put strike targets. and then inner month expirations, especially if we're like mid-month. Like right now we're at October 15th. So if you get, 10 24s, 11 7s, things like that, they're like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks away. That's fine. But like super far away expirations, like 1/5, 1/15, 2027, I'm like, I would just rather wait to see a larger, I'll wait for a golden call on one of my tickers to take that one instead. Just to be, again, I just want to be sure. I want them put their money where their mouth is, right? Put 2 million on it and then kick it out, and then I'll take it. But that's how I've been playing these large calls. Again, bullish strike, inner month, premiums 300K to about $1 million. Lisa?
Inner month? What do you mean by inner month? Like an
Like
inside
within the month, within like a 30-day time span.
bullish strike, inside month. What was the last point?
Oh, yeah, premiums 300 to $1 million. Again, once you get over a certain amount, it's gonna go golden anyway.
No premium. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I got distracted by the stuff about the hedging. Okay, so then the hedge stuff is separate. So when you see stuff that's like really far out, then you just like assume it's a hedge and you kind of like overlook it.
Yeah, if the strike is in the money, like really deep in the money, the expiration is far out and the premiums are high, I'm thinking it's a hedge.
Okay.
Like I'm not trying to buy a hedge, because this is gonna pull hedges sometimes. So sometimes you may pull a setup and you're like, okay, cool, it should go up, and it goes down. You're like, wait a minute, the bot's wrong. And it's like, well, no, that trade that the bot pulled was somebody's hedge, and you thought it was somebody being bullish.
Interesting. Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. All righty, we got 10 more minutes, so we've been using our time wisely. Great. Next thing, let me hide this VRVP. We don't need this just yet. Also, people who are day trading, learn how to use the VRVP. If you're going to day trade that VRVP, I've been saying it for the longest. It is the secret weapon. It is damn near a cheat code. Once you get it down to a science, if you compare great support and resistance with the VRVP on day trading, you're good to go. All right. So right now we're looking at IWM. Let me see what it looks like. Okay, cool, perfect. IWM looks great. We got a 63 RSI today. We closed green. Again, this is another one I didn't think we would close green. We closed green, and it looks like we got, let me see, MACD crossover. Did we get that crossover? It looks like the crossover just started, but it hasn't flushed just yet. So MACD crossover to the upside. Stochastics is looking nice. Again, stochastics is pretty much our momentum. We're at 63 out of 100. We're up against resistance. So again, this was the point. I think I talked about this on Wednesday. I think I talked about this Monday. But we've been testing this 247, 248 line. We tested it here, and we broke it. And so now we got this. This is a doji, but it's pretty long doji. But tomorrow I'm watching support around 247. So if the market opens and this pulls back from 250 down to 247 for a breakout and a retest. And again, when you get a breakout, a lot of times you're going to have a breakout, it's going to retest back down to that support, and then it's going to, fully go. So the levels to watch, again, downside 247, or you can call this 248. I got 247.96. We can call this 248. To the upside, you got this wick at 252, which we tested today. If we go back and test that wick tomorrow at 252, either tomorrow or Friday, I think we could break and we can end up at about 255, because again, large caps and mega caps are lagging, small caps are running wild. And so IWM is one thing that I watch as well. I use it as a reference. So if I'm trading RGTI, if I'm trading EOSC or any of the small caps, I'm watching IWM to see what it's doing. If IWM starts to tank or pull back, I'm more likely to take profit and cut my trades, or to set my stop loss. So tomorrow, this one is on tap. We traded this one today. Yeah, we did a live trade. We did a day trade on this one. It went high. Again, we got about, I think, like 30-40% on this one before it started to pull back. And I'm looking at trading this one again. Again, the levels that I wanted at, if I can have it my way, is to break this top side at about 52.80 to take us up into the 55 range so we can take profit. So Again, keep your eye on this one. Support 247, breakout 252 and some change. Oh, let's check the bot. Again, use all your resources. I think a large part of being a successful trader is using resources. IWM, what do we have? All right, so we got a put. How much is that put? Whoa, somebody went crazy on that put. It's a 1014 put. Oh, it's the same day. Okay, this is a day trade. Somebody spent 300K on a day trade. They made nice because it pulled back some. So this one is done. Somebody else, what is that? A 242 strike. Somebody else did a, oh, this wasn't a day trade. Whoa, 15 million. Why? Oh, this one is expected to happen in 2 days. So somebody is day trading with 15. All right, I got questions. 15 million on a put. Why isn't this one golden? Up. Question?
Yeah, when it's that high, is it just one body or is it just like the culmination of a whole bunch of people putting money in that contract?
I think this is one order. Like this is probably an institutional buy or put. There's a lot of volume. This is 50,000. What's the expiration? 11/21, 230 strike. Yeah, I think this is institutional. 15 million. Unless, all right, this is where trading gets tricky. This could be a hedge. 15 million. So you're going to a 230 strike. The stock is at 240. I mean 250. Let's try to use some sense here. So this was 1013. This was 2 days ago, right? Today is what, the 15th. This is 2 days ago. Let's see what happened. Yeah, if they bought this 2 days ago, this is the daily. Even if they bought it at what, 249, you bought a 230 strike, you lost money today because it went up. And yeah, if you bought at the top at 249 and it dropped down to 240, well, no, this is a green candle. It started low and then went high. So they bought this. This is the 14th. Let me see. They bought this here. Yeah, they're still holding this. This may be a hedge against this moving to the upside. 11/21, 15 million. Oh, we got someone trying to join. 11/21. Where am I at? Yeah, I need to look at this one. This is interesting. Oh, move that out the way. I'm thinking that this, I got a feeling that this is a hedge, but I'm gonna run this one through AI. I'm gonna run this through. Let me screenshot this real quick. Because if this is not a hedge, something big is coming. If this isn't a hedge, somebody put 15 million on a 230 strike. This was 2 days ago. This is a bull, so they expected this to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna run this through AI and see what happens. But we did get a pullback. Let me see. Do we have any golden calls? So we got 700K.
So when you run through AI, what do you do? What do you ask AI? Like you just...
I ask AI. So yeah, I'm gonna ask AI to. I normally just ask it to compare the layout of this call, like this whole print, and then I give it my time frames. So like I'll give it the day, the 4 hour, and the week. I'll just take 3 screenshots, take those 3 time frames, and then just run analysis on that. So I'm asking like, is this a hedge? Like, and then it'll give me like, there are some times where I ask like, was this a hedge? And it's like, well, because like I did that on Carvana. Somebody put 7 million with a 2-day expiration on Carvana, and I'm like, okay, should I trade Carvana? Or is this a hedge? And they said, AI said, well, if it was a hedge, no one's going to spend 7 million on a 2-day insurance because a hedge is just insurance. So it gives common, you know, it gives me a little bit of common sense when it comes to why someone would spend this type of money. So that's kind of what I'm running on AI is, okay, is this a hedge or is this actually a buy? And then I give it the charts to run comparisons with my indicators on it. And then I just, you know, it'll ask me some questions and we go back and forth. So I try to get a good bearing on it, a good bearing on what's happening.
What's your time frames again?
4 hour day and week.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm doing it on that is because normally these expirations are, you know, far out the way. Like this is 11/21. When I was looking at Carvana, Carvana was looking nice and bullish on the day chart. So I ran it on day, 4 hour, and week, and it said, nope, this is a very bullish call. Nobody's going to spend 7 million on a 2-day hedge. And then Carvana popped the next day. Cool. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of puts on this thing, but there's another $15 million put. Hold on. This is on 10-6. This has been going up. This has got to be a hedge. Let me take a screenshot of this one as well. Someone has to be hedging. I don't think this is actually, that's where the market plays tricks on you. You see any other large, somebody put 9 million and 923. And this, yeah, somebody's hedging.
So
This has
when
been
you
going
see
up.
call something, do you like, and you like it, do you mirror like its call, like with the strike price and date, or do you kind of change it up?
It depends. If it's super bullish, then I may get a little bit more bullish than it's going. But if it's like, and it also depends on the premium. Like sometimes it'll call something and the option will be like 2,500. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just go with what it's going. I'm not about to spend like 3,500 to try to to outpace or beat the bot. So it just depends on what it looks like and how much the options are. But I'm also looking at how far away the strike is and then the expiration date.
Is there a way we can screen the bot for premium and for, do you know what I mean? So that we don't have to look through everything, because you're searching, right? But you might miss things. Is there a way to just, see the golden sweeps, or is there a way to screen for that or filter that?
Here you go. You want all golden sweeps, just type golden and it gives you all of them. Can I do golden on a certain ticker? Let me see if that works. Golden MSTR. Nope, that didn't work. So golden works. I have to play around with the search, but yeah, if you type in golden, you get all the golden sweeps. Wow. Yep. You get all of them. That's all you're going to see is gold, all golden. Wait. Oh, Sean said golden somewhere. But aside from just normal golden, the word, you get all the golden sweeps. A little bit better, Ty. Not exact, but
Yeah, better. Because are you mostly for the bot, or are you looking through each one individually?
I'm keeping an eye out for golden, especially if I'm just hunting for a play, then I'm just looking for goldens and then I'll take it from there. But if I'm already in the ticker, like if I'm trading gold, then I go to look for gold and see whatever the bot is saying. So if I'm already in the ticker, like, I'm already in meta, I'll type in meta and then see if we get any golden on that. But if I'm just hunting for a play, I'm not in anything, I'm in all cash, and I'm just holding equity, then I'll go and look for golden to see if there are any golden sweeps that I like, and then I'll go chart them out. If there's any tickers I like BE has been running. Okay, I like BE. I also like the expiration. I'll check it out. Like, there's no crazy expirations. Like, we got an expiration that's like 2028, 2027. It's like, I may not take that depending on what I'm looking to trade.
So, Ladarius, I have a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I noticed as you scroll through, you have ones that have that green, and then there's ones that are red. Is there a difference there, or what's right?
Yeah. Yep. The red ones are puts. The green ones are calls.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yep. Green and red. So I'm trying to, again, the bot is somewhat mysterious. I'm trying to crack the codes and the mystery of the bots and how it pulls, because I also want to tweak the bot in a way that's more efficient. But the bot has been pretty good lately. Again, if you hopped in that AMD call, I thought it was crazy the other day when it called the AMD 240 call. I'm like, no way. And then AMD pops. So I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, decoding the mysteries of the bot. But yeah, no, great resource. Great backing aside from reference trading. All right. We can save meta. I've already talked about meta. Well, we can talk about meta instead of GEV right now. Let me see. Is GEV on the day looks the way I thought it would? Is this the day? Yep. 4 hour. Yep. So GEV is about to pull back. We can talk about that one. I'll write that one up tomorrow. The weekly looks nice. We'll talk about GEV later. Meta is more of a hot subject. So meta on the daily, I really like it. 43 RSI, 40, or you can round it up to 44 RSI. Meta has been sitting at a low. What is this? Oh, I was doing a price comparison. Meta has been sitting at a low, testing this 700 range again. The fact that Meta was at 700, nice time to buy equity. Also a nice time to look at some leaps. I grabbed a Meta. What did I get? 7. Hold on. I think I got a 780 call.
I know I saw one for 750.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So grab the 780 call. That was what, on the 14th today? Oh yeah, I grabbed that yesterday. Up 18%. So pretty nice movement. It looks like bought at the low, which is nice. It has resistance right where my cursor is at about 735. So I want to see Meta get back up to 735 again. They've been getting some crazy price targets: 850, 900, 875, and yeah, I think Meta is a sleeping giant. Last time Meta had earnings, it exploded. If Meta, I'm gonna say this right now, if Meta goes into earnings under 750, Meta's going for 800 after earnings. Unless the only risk that I can see is that Meta has been overspending on AI. If they've been spending too much, like getting but they're doing it the smart way. They're giving people $250 million contracts, but it's over 3 years, 6 years, 8 years. So they're not spending all the money up front. So I wonder how that's going to impact their bottom line. But I'm pretty sure those investments are going to pay off later on down the line. But Meta, again, great time to get some leaps. Great time to buy some shares if the leaps are a little bit too expensive. I think leaps start at like 1,500, and they get up to 6,000-7,000 depending on how close you go in the money. But right now, RSI 43.44, moving to the upside. Is holding that level. I thought it was going to break lower, but it did not. It went down on the wick to 689. The MACD, we've been getting a lot of buys coming in. You can see anytime you get that faded pink on that MACD, that means that buys are coming in, right? That means that the sell trend is getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And we can see these buys are coming up. We get a MACD crossover. We're going back to the upside finally, because Meta has been in a downtrend since September 18th. That's my birthday. Since my birthday, Meta has been on the downtrend. So a really nice birthday present that Meta is giving me right now with buying it at a low. Again, I've always said that Meta is going to be $1,000 stock one day. So easy, $700, and it pays a dividend. $700 is a steal, again, equity-wise. Also, the options are nice and cheap at this level. And then we look at the stochastics. Stochastics is building up. We got 56. Again, this is your momentum. So 56 out of 100, we can get all the way up here before the momentum is kind of pegged out. And yeah, really nice setup. This one just takes a little time. This one gets going after 735. So right now we're at 717, closed up about $9 on the day. Went a little bit higher. I think we saw it at 720, maybe 721 before the market pulled back and people were taking profits. But again, once Meta gets going, I'm telling you, it's going to run. But we need to first get above that 734, 735. Somebody had a question?
Okay, so with this one particularly, all right, so they're supposed to announce their earnings on the 29th, right? So let's say, on the 27th, 28th, we look at it, it's at 750, are you putting a call or are you taking equity?
No, I'm going equity. It depends. What day is their earnings?
The 29th.
Yeah, I was thinking about the day of the week. I may play some lottos with it. I may throw if it's at 750 going into earnings, I'll throw some lottos. I'm already planning on grabbing equity. I've been buying equity slowly but surely. But if this is at 750 going into earnings, I got to blow off. I got it going back up to 790, 800. But I'm not going to go in too deep because I do want equity over options on this one. I got some options that I'm already loaded in. Again, I got some 780s, but I do want to get some equity. I'll be mad if this goes to 800 and it never turns back around and I never seen 700 again. Like I'll take this on a little personal because I really like Meta. I like what they're doing. And again, it's going to be $1,000 stock. When you look at the discounted cash flow method, this stock is priced at $1,100. So it's trading at 35, 36%. below estimated value, depending on, how you run your, your analysis. So, I mean, great stock, bad time equals buy in my book.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, so Meta, nice. Again, it takes some patience, but it takes some patience. It's a bit expensive. Again, you can't grab the options. Equity isn't bad either. It pays a dividend. And I think you'll be happy when you see the stock at $1,000 one day. Again, one of the cheapest valuations for top 10 S&P 500 companies. Google was in that race until Google exploded. Now Google valuation is high as well. But yeah, what time is it? It is 9:09, so I'm about 10 minutes over. I know I covered a lot. Again, check the bot. Use the bot as a reference. It is a tool. It is very helpful if you know what to look for. So I appreciate all of the questions. If you see anything that's questionable on the bot, I left the chat open on the bot on purpose, right in there. If you see something, because I can't see everything, right? If you see Robinhood, somebody just put 25 million on Robinhood, ask a question. Ask the question. If I see it, I'm going to write something on it. So I've been telling the members of the group, like, if you see anything questionable on the bot about any ticker, I left the chat open on purpose. We can have a conversation about a post, or you can just pull the link. You can just hit the 3 dots, grab the link from that entry, and then you can post it in one of the chats and say, hey, can someone take a look at this? Or, I'm in this stock or whatever, because again, the bot is extremely helpful, especially when you're already in a trade. When you're in something in the bot, just imagine you're holding Robinhood and you're like, I don't know how this trade works. And then you look and see the bot calls 25 million on your strike. You feel a little bit better. So let's use the bot as a good resource. And again, when I'm out, I'm going to be relying on the bot. I mean, of course, Deneen, Mark, Sean are going to be taking it away. I'm going to try to trade in Japan. Don't know how. I don't know if I'm going to be day trading. I'll be mad if I get stuck in a trade and can't get out because, faulty Wi-Fi, but we'll see how it works. But I'm going to be looking at the bot myself, and I'm going to try to set up some swings before I go to Japan. That way I won't be having FOMO for 9 days while I'm away. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me know. Great session. Again, great questions. And again, like I said, if y'all see anything on the bot, let me know. Alrighty, y'all take it easy. And again, I'll be live trading Friday. I know I've been getting a lot of requests to live trade every day, but I think Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays have been working for us. We've been killing it. We've been making a lot of money. So Fridays have been, I think we make the most money on Fridays. Mondays is like, Mondays is okay. We make some money trading like a ticker or two. Fridays is like anything goes. Wednesdays have been pretty good, but I think it's in that order. Fridays, the most money. Wednesdays are pretty decent. And then Mondays we're fighting for our lives, but we're still making money. So, but yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, and I'll see y'all in the chats.
Thanks so much, El.
No problem. I'll take it easy.